There are a ton of games we love to play on Roblox. However, some of these games are super creepy and even track you. Today, we will look at these games and find out the truth. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay safe. The first game we will talk about is Start Survey. This game starts off by asking you simple questions. But slowly, these questions become very disturbing. Let's watch this video explaining this game.
Explaining a creepy game on Roblox.
Part 3. Start Survey.
This Roblox game is simply a questionnaire where you answer questions with only two choices, yes or no. However, the questions become increasingly creepy and disturbing as you progress. For example, you might be asked, "Are you alone? Have you ever wondered when you will die? Are you scared if the lights go out?" And so on. If you continue answering the questions, you might eventually see a message on the computer that says, "Open the folder on your desk." Opening it allegedly reveals your address.
Holy Mr. Beast. Clouds, this is actually disturbing. If any creepy person online finds my address, I am moving to Mexico.
Others who played Start Survey have confirmed that you might receive a 1001 error code. I can't confirm this because the 1001 error code was officially removed in 2013.
I would be so creeped out if it asked me all those questions, especially if it was 3 a.m. or something. I heard from some of my friends that this game actually steals your information and sells it. If this is true, I recommend all of you to stay as far as possible from this game. The next game we will talk about is
Brookhaven.
Brookhaven seems like a very innocent game, but it has a scary dark past. Recently, hackers have been doing bad stuff in this game that may leak your information. This should help explain.
Let's talk about
the Brookhaven glitch.
So Brookhaven just got hacked recently, and strange things have been happening. The anonymous hackers send disturbing pictures to players unexpectedly. It is said that if you click on one of the photos, you will receive a jump scare. People may think it is edited, but it isn't. This happened to a lot of players. In one of the pictures, there is a hidden username known as 𝗵𝗵_cie_7. If you search it up, there is actually a result. 𝗵𝗵_cie_7 could possibly be the script name as well, or this player could be associated with the hack.
Well, this actually sounds pretty scary. I would hate to be in game if this happens, because I really hate jump scares. Not only this, but I heard this glitch also can hack your Roblox account. Our friend also made a video on this, so let's watch it.
Brookhaven glitch. In 2023, a creepy glitch started happening in Brookhaven, scaring a lot of players. It was like a disturbing image would appear on players' screens, but it kept changing, waiting for you to click on it. Clicking on it would trigger a jump scare and kick you out of the game. Here is a video. Many believe a hacker was responsible for this glitch. This glitch quickly went viral on TikTok, becoming a topic for Brookhaven players. Although the glitch still works, you can't trigger it yourself. It only happens if a hacker is in your server.
Holy flippers clouds. I looked on the dark web for the hacker. Apparently his name is 𝗵𝗵_cie_7. However, this hacker was never banned and still plays Roblox to this day. So if you ever run into this dangerous hacker, run as fast as you can and turn off your device. The next game we will talk about is Grow a Garden. Every single person watching this video has played this before, as it is the biggest game in the world. However, this game actually has extremely dark stories within it. Let's watch this video that talks about it.
This is the dark truth about Roblox. Grow a garden. So one day, there was this farmer named Sterling, and he was a very popular farmer because he had the biggest gardens in his entire city. But one time, his son showed him this video game, which is known as Roblox. So the farmer Sterling started playing Roblox, and then something absolutely crazy happened. But before I continue, subscribe and like, or else this monster will be in your room at night. But while he was playing Roblox, he actually got sucked inside the computer and he became a part of Roblox, meaning that he was now a Roblox character and was stuck inside Roblox forever. But then Sterling had a very good idea. He decided to make a Roblox game for people to play. And that Roblox game is now known as Grow a Garden. Now currently, Grow a Garden averages 1 million players every single day, and it is the most popular Roblox game ever.
What the Labubu? This story sounded super silly. Clouds, I did some real digging on the dark web again, and found out that 𝗴𝗿cie𝗂𝗽 actually has bots in their game. These bots were sent to spy on you, and can also do more bad stuff. This short will tell us the real truth.
I am exposing 𝗴𝗿ecie𝗂𝗽 for pumping millions of bots into their game. I know a lot of you probably don't believe me right now, but I have undeniable evidence. As you can see, if we sort the servers by ascending, you will see these same two default avatars. But now if we attempt to join this server, it'll put us in a crazy queue of up to 100 plus people. They do this to keep the bots undetected in cycle servers. But not only that, if we scroll through the server list, you'll see entire servers filled with these AI characters that all have the same exact two outfits. What do you guys think of this problem?
Clouds, I think this is a really bad problem. Not only are these bots ruining the game and taking space away from real people, I also believe that they are watching each one of us that play the game and are taking information about us. Because of this, I recommend all of you to be safe when playing game and make sure there are no bots in your server. This next game is called 𝗵𝗵 Family Tower. This game is very similar to games like Push Tower and Slap Tower, where your goal is to get to the top of the tower. However, this game is really disturbing, because if you don't complete the obby, something extremely scary happens. Watch until the end to find out.
Explaining a creepy game on Roblox. Part 1.
𝗵𝗵 Family Tower.
Many have asked for an explanation for the 𝗵𝗵 Family Tower, and here it is. The 𝗵𝗵 Family Tower is a parkour obby game on Roblox, which is, I'm playing it right now. Despite being a parkour obby game, some people have said that the 𝗵𝗵 Family Tower is considered a creepy game because of a specific jump scare. It's been mentioned that if you touch the red suit, you'll experience a jump scare. Here's me touching the red suit. In 3, 2. It's not overly terrifying, it simply involves a jump scare that doesn't do anything to your device. I think this game has a backstory, I don't know.
Oh my goodness, you all. She said that the jump scare wasn't scary. But girl, I just jumped out of my bed. It is also 3:00 AM when I am making this video, so I am just extra scared. Now, I looked all over the internet and found more videos of this game, so let's watch this. Yeah, this is really disturbing. I don't think I will ever play this game. All of you watching should not play this game too. This next game is one of the creepiest Roblox games of all time, so you must stay until the end. Apparently this game is so cursed, it can spawn monsters in real life. Let's watch this video talking about it.
Explaining the creepiest game on Roblox. Part 7.
No players online.
No Players Online is a game where you catch and capture flags. You might be asking, what's wrong with it? Basically, your mission is to capture 3 flags. Things get weirder if you capture each flag, but this is totally different. It's not like some ordinary capture the flag game. First, if you capture the first flag, creepy music will start playing out of nowhere. You'll realize it's a music box. If you capture the second flag, an unknown player will join you, but their name is changing every second. Before taking the last flag, a message will pop up saying look behind you. When you look, a creepy figure will run towards you and then disappear. After you take the last flag, you'll be disconnected. The game is still on. If you want to play it at your own risk.
Okay, that actually sounds terrifying. Like imagine someone telling you to turn around, and there's a whole monster. I would scream. I was able to find footage of this game, so I will play it now. That was much scarier than I thought it would be. Sadly, this was the only footage I could find, as this game has now become lost media. But Clouds, this next game is the scariest game of them. Also, you won't want to miss it. This next game is called Tower of 𝗵𝗵. As innocent as it sounds, it might just be one of the creepiest Roblox games ever.
Let's talk about the game Tower of 𝗵𝗵. This game looks like any other tower game, except it has creepy, hidden lore. There's a members room, with a ladder that blends in. When you climb up, you'll go to this hidden room with disturbing notes. One of the notes warn you about something. If you say 𝗵𝗵𝗶𝗄 isn't real, you get teleported to a creepy game. Let me show you a clip I recorded. And then here's the game. I got teleported to. You get teleported to this entirely red game with a guy saying something in reverse. Here's what he's saying when I unreversed it.
I have your soul now. There's no—
This is genuinely so terrifying. I nearly just peed my pants. All I had to figure out if this was real. So I found gameplay of one of the creepy events in this video. Basically, this game is full of really bad stuff. Sadly, it is also still up on Roblox, so you are able to play it, but I really recommend not to, as you may be traumatized from the creepy stuff in this game. The next game we are going to talk about is The Mimic. This was a very popular horror game in 2023. However, I never knew it was based off of a real-life story. This video should explain everything.
Roblox games with
horrifying backstories.
Alright, let's begin. The Mimic,
basically
okay?
a long time ago, there was this girl, and
Okay,
her ancestors
Wednesday?
were big puppet lovers. They loved playing with their puppets every day. The
Uh-huh.
ancestors did seem to be a little strange, but she never really cared. One
Okay.
day, it was the girl's birthday, and her ancestors gave her a present. It was
it a puppet?
that they made
Ooh.
themselves. It
Okay.
looked exactly like her from the top to the bottom. She didn't realize something though. Her ancestors actually gave her a curse, and her soul came inside the puppet. She
Oh.
got so angry that she 𝗵𝗃 her parents. And now, she roams the house on her own, taking new people day and night.
Okay, this story sounds like it's all over the place, and a little suspicious. Let's see what our friend Flush thinks. I think it has a creepy history, but not this silly doll story.
As a
Stay
puppet?
safe.
This is the true story behind the Mimic? This is what actually happened? Yeah, no, that's obviously fake. The true story of the Roblox game The Mimic is actually based off of Japanese folklore. Like, for example, we've got Hyachi. She's actually based off of 𝗵𝗵𝗄_sama, which is Japanese for 8 feet tall, and is a very popular Japanese legend about a demon ghost who takes children. Yeah, she's so popular, she appears in a lot of different Japanese type games.
What the boba, how is she popular in Japan? Like, girl, that is one of the creepiest things I've ever seen. If I was a little kid and I saw that, I think I could never stop crying.
Then we have this character, 𝗵𝗿cie from the Mimic. She's actually based off of 𝗵𝗿cie𝗂𝗃, the goddess of music and good fortune. But in the Mimic, she's definitely a lot more terrifying. We also have the character Kuriko from the Mimic, who's based off of the Grudge. And then my favorite Mimic character, we have Megumi. Yeah, she's like this long-necked lady, and she's based off of this Japanese folklore known as the Roku-Rokobi. Yet the legend of this one is that they're generally harmless, but they could be dangerous at night. While their bodies are asleep, their heads stretch out their necks to explore around the area, and they essentially attack people and drain them of their blood.
Oh my goodness, clouds. This kind of sounds like the Japanese version of a vampire, but the long neck thing kind of creeps me out. I'm not sure if these things are still in Japan today, but if they are, I would recommend to be very careful when sleeping, if you ever visit Japan. The next game we are gonna talk about is Piggy. I'm sure everyone watching this video has played Piggy, as it has been trending on Roblox for over 5 years. This is personally one of my favorite games, so I can't wait to hear its backstory.
And myths. But moving into Piggy now, this one is definitely a lot more sinister.
Roblox games with
Horrifying backstories.
Okay.
Piggy.
There was this guy just walking in the woods casually. He was coming to see his grandma because it's been a long time.
That's
It
nice.
was very dark outside, so it was very hard for the guy to see anything. Then he
Okay.
heard a loud noise, and he looked behind, and it was a pig with a bat.
Oh,
The pig took him
okay.
to their house and trapped him in there. The guy woke up and realized he is stuck. He got
Uh-oh.
up from the bed and looked around the house for some items to try to escape. But then he realized the pig is monitoring the place.
So he's pretty much just explaining the entire Piggy game.
He gets all of the things to escape, and he opens the door, but the pig is running right at him. But he
Uh-oh.
successfully went out and ran away as fast as possible. stay safe.
Yeah, he pretty much just retold the whole story of Granny/Piggy. But yeah, the Roblox game Piggy is based off of a couple of things. The characters themselves are actually based off of Peppa Pig characters. We've got the bunny here, who's based off of Rebecca Rabbit, Foxy, who's based off of Freddy Fox, Pandy is Pandora Panda. The only difference is that a lot of the Piggy characters are actually killers.
Okay, you guys, maybe I am a little dumb, but I never thought about how Piggy is based off Peppa Pig. I just don't get why a game would use such innocent characters and make them super creepy. Now every time I watch Peppa Pig late at night, I'm gonna think about how they are killers.
Killers. You can even see in the original Piggy map, there's pictures of Peppa Pig all throughout the game, but crossed out with an X. But as for the playstyle of the game, that's all based off of the popular horror game Granny, the game where you get whacked by this evil grandma and then have to find a way to escape her place. Yeah, both games play very similar, but now this is where it actually gets disturbing. See, the game Granny could possibly be inspired off of an actual real killer known as the Granny Ripper. Yeah, she was a Russian serial killer who was arrested in July 2015 on suspicion of committing 2 murders.
Holy flip-flops, that got dark super duper quick. Because the Piggy killers are also the same ones from Granny. It means that Piggy is based off a real murderer. This means both Piggy and Granny have very dark backstories. That is very disturbing.
2 murders. And so as to how she relates to the Granny game and Piggy, well, after her husband's mysterious disappearance, she began renting out her apartment, where a lot of the people that she let move in mysteriously vanished. Like, there's literally camera footage of this grandma walking down the stairs trying to get rid of the evidence. Like, you don't want to know what's in that pot right there.
Basically clouds. She basically put a whole person in that pot, which is super creepy. I actually did more research on her and found that she was arrested 10 years ago. However, she was recently released and is now free in Russia. So if you go to Russia, please stay far away from this granny.
Roblox games with
Horrifying backstories. Doors.
Okay.
So there was this couple that needed to go to a hotel to rest. They went into the building and went down the elevator. They then saw that nobody was at the reservation desk. And when they saw that the key to their door was behind the desk, they went to get it. Once they opened the door, they saw a hallway to a different door. The couple
right now he's just explaining the entire game of doors.
Once they kept going through different doors, something was wrong. After that, they tried to call 911. There wasn't any signal. The man heard 𝗶𝗶 behind him, and he couldn't find who that was.
Okay.
The monster came out and hurt him, and his wife tried to help, but he kept bleeding. He was gone. Then the wife heard the 𝗶𝗶 as well. She was gone after that.
They both died to shriek.
One thing I noticed, you all, is that this bacon hair guy stories always sound so silly. I'm not sure if he's even telling the truth, but luckily our friend Flush will be able to help us.
Nah. So the game Doors actually has a lot of inspirations built into it. It's heavily based off of this other Roblox game called Rooms, in which it plays the exact same way, where you have to go through different doors and hide from certain entities. But both Doors and Rooms are also based off of this game called Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. Yeah, it's literally a game where you go through different rooms and there's scary jump scares lying in every corner. And this game starts off really cute and innocent at first, but the further you go down into the game, the creepier the game actually gets.
Wow, clouds. I actually never knew Doors wasn't an original game. This game that Flush just showed us was also made in 2015. So if the original Doors game is older than you, let me know in the comments.
Games with
Horrifying backstories. Evade.
There was these 2 guys who were ghost hunters. They were called to see if someone's farm had ghosts there. The farmer said he had been hearing some strange noises outside, so he assumed it was ghosts.
Was it ghosts?
When they went to the farm, they saw so many scary faces chasing animals. The 2 guys went in and suddenly one of the faces turned around and chased one of them. The other guy went after him to help, but it was too late. The monster got his friend. The other guy then saw the face chasing towards him. He tried to run as fast as he could. The face got him too. The end. Stay safe.
Okay girlies, what I learned from this Flush video is that we cannot trust a sketchy bacon man. He is too silly Billy and makes up stories. Let's listen to what Flush is gonna say.
This is the true story of Evade, except not really. Evade is a game where you run away from certain scary images. Sometimes they're not even scary, they're just kind of goofy looking.
You're too slow. You're too slow.
But what's the backstory of Evade? How did it come to be? Well, Evade is actually based off of the Gary's Mod game called Nextbot Chase, where it's the same exact thing. You just avoid these loud PNGs chasing after you. Again, some of these PNGs being more scary than others.
Clouds. I actually used to love this game and play it all day.
Nowadays, it's not too popular.
but it is still super fun.
Now, the game 𝗃cie𝗶𝗃 was actually inspired from this other mod in which this poorly drawn version of Sonic called 𝗃cie𝗂𝗃 chases you around. And yeah, it's literally just a PNG. And yeah, that's literally the entire game. It's just you running away from this Sonic character. And this video was made 9 years ago. But this video and this mod itself was the original inspiration for these 𝗃cie𝗶𝗃 games and even 𝗃𝗿. Like, you are watching history right here. And as for those two guys seen in that YouTube short, those are people from the Mandela catalog, which is a fictional story about Mandela County, where that place gets invaded by demonic entities. Honestly, pretty disturbing, but not actually real.
The ending actually scared me a little bit, but I'm glad to know that myth is fake and not real. The next game we will talk about is Life Together. Life Together is a fun game where you can roleplay with friends. However, this game is not as innocent as you think.
I was playing a private server in Life Together and this happened. I saw a clone of myself and was super confused. I was alone in the game. Then I saw another one. I was getting scared. I kept finding more and more. And I'm still alone. Oh my god. I just shook it off and was gonna look at a new house I bought. Do you see it? I am super freaked out. I'll be brave and go up to it.
Well, you all, what I think happened to this person is that a hacker got into their game, or something. As long as you are careful that there isn't hackers in your game, you should be pretty safe. The next game we will talk about is
Frown.
And you all, this game is super scary, so make sure to watch until the end.
Cursed games you should never play. Part 2. This game called Frown will get you 𝗃𝗏. Rumor has it, every Anuho has joined had gone missing. It tracks your address as soon as you join. I found some footage of the game on the dark web. Watch with caution. As you can see, it is very dark. Did you see that? I will replay it. Did you see that face at the end? Well, that's how people go missing. Some say that it will steal your soul and take you into its chamber and torture you. If you ever join the game, whatever you do, don't look at the face. And also thank you for almost 1K. Love you guys, stay safe.
Well, you clouds, Always Bright played this game recently, so right now I am going to play the footage to show you all what happened.
These were in the game. Right off the bat, I noticed this is just super scary. Like, everything's dark and creepy. Apparently we need a key, so I am gonna look for that. There are so many places to look. Why is this map so big, LOL? I'm not finding anything, and I have looked everywhere. Maybe we have to go somewhere else. Okay, you guys, I found this trail. Hopefully this will lead me to the key. I just have to keep on going straight. Oh my goodness, what the flip-flop, there's so many scary faces. We have to do some parkour too. Alright, I'm going to jump into this face thing. What the boba, why is it so loud? I'm actually really scared, but I have to go through this tunnel anyways. Who is that creepy lady? And why is she staring at me? Okay, you guys, I made it to the end. It seems like there's some type of satanic ritual. I'm really scared, so I'm going to leave so I don't get hacked.
As you all saw, that game looks very evil and demonic, so I recommend that you stay very far away from that game, as bad things can happen to you and your Roblox account. Maddie's Wardrobe is a pretty popular game on Roblox. However, not many people know that it has a very dark past. Let's watch this video on it.
Talk about the game Maddie's Wardrobe. This Roblox game looks like a typical dress-up game, but in reality, it's so much more than that. In the game, you're supposed to dress up Maddie, because she has no clue what to wear. You'll catch a guy looking at her, but he plays an important part of the game later, also when things take a dark turn. Because here he breaks into her house, and some jump scares will pop up. You'll have to walk around the forest and unlock things with certain items, but be careful because he may be behind you. After you complete everything, your friends come to save you and you earn a badge. Basically, a good ending. However, the original game has a horrific ending. Let me know if you want me to talk about the other game, 𝗵𝗍ci's Wardrobe.
This game sounds pretty innocent, because it always ends in a good way, and luckily nothing bad happens to her. However, it is completely the opposite. In the original game 𝗵𝗍ci's Wardrobe,
Let's talk about the game 𝗵𝗍ci's Wardrobe. From what I heard, this is the original game that has a darker ending. Basically, you dress up 𝗵𝗍ci because she has no clue what to wear. But in the middle of the game, disturbing things start to happen, where you hear a man's voice talking to 𝗵𝗍ci, and you'll start to see creepy images. And so there's two endings, a good and bad. I'll discuss them both with you. The bad ending is where the guy eats her remains to be together with 𝗵𝗍ci, but the good ending is where you dress 𝗵𝗍ci in an unrecognizable outfit. This will pop up if you do get the good ending. So unlike 𝗵𝗍ci's Wardrobe where there's only a good ending, you can get either a horrific ending or a good ending in this game.
as you all can see, 𝗵𝗍ci's Wardrobe is way more horrifying. I was able to find the footage, but it is pretty scary, so be ready.
𝗵𝗍ci, I'm here. I'm here. Did you get my gift, 𝗵𝗍ci? Did you like it? I'm here. Open the door, my darling. Open the door. Open the...
Holy Mr. Beast, I just jumped out of my seat. That scared me so bad. This game is actually really terrifying. So please do not play this, clouds. You will have nightmares. The next game we will talk about is Fashion Diva. This game is very similar to Dress to Impress, but as you continue to play, you will notice small dark secrets. Let's watch this investigation.
Explaining a creepy game on Roblox. Part 2.
Fashion Diva.
Fashion Diva is a copyrighted game within the Fashion Famous game. The game created by 𝗵𝗍ci𝗂𝗽. While it may appear to be a typical fashion game on Roblox, well, no. It's actually quite creepy. Fashion Diva is filled with bots that talk like a real players in their responses, but don't actually interact.
This would creep me out so bad. Like, imagine, you are playing a whole game with people that you think are your friends, and the whole time they are just bots. I also heard that the bots are real-life people that were captured, and their souls were put into the game, and now they are basically trapped, and they are not able to escape.
If you ask, are there any bots here? It will teleport you to another game. The game is dark, but you are equipped with a flashlight. As you explore, you encounter a creepy face everywhere, leading to jump scares. Here's me playing the game. I typed, are there bots here? It will teleport you to a dark place. It's too loud. Creepy. Keep exploring. So you watched the video, right? It won't let me click the Roblox icon. I couldn't leave the game. Luckily I played it on mobile. I just clicked the back menu on my phone, so I would be able to leave the game. So if you played it on computer, just turn off the Wi-Fi. But it's hard. I don't know if it's hard. I don't have a computer. Anyways, you guys, bye from now on.
So apparently when you ask are there any bots, it will teleport you to the real scary game. With the flashing lights, there is also jump scares. So this is just not a fun game you would want to play. Clouds. The next game we will talk about is 99 Nights in the Forest. I am sure many of you all clicked, wondering what was scary about this game. This game actually has a very horrifying past. Our friend Flush will explain.
The game is fun and all, but I was mostly fascinated by the fact that this game was based on a true story. So I started to do some research, and man, was what I found insane. Because yes, there were actually people that went missing in a forest.
Clouds, this really shocked me. I knew this game was about missing children in a forest, but I never knew it actually happened in real life. I am so sad now.
Yet, so all these cultist enemies are actually those who have gone through Wendigo psychosis. Yes, they worship this Wendigo creature, but also they are attacking you, the player, because they are hungry and starving for flesh. Yeah, a lot of the cultist stuff may have actually been inspired by another game called The Forest, where yeah, in this game you must survive against nature, but not only that, the cannibals that lurk around there. And I know in this game, a lot of people compare this island that the game takes place in to the actual real-life North Sentinel Island. Now, what's crazy about this island is that within it is an indigenous tribe that is believed to have lived there for over 60,000 years with little to no outside contact with the world. Like, to this day, they're still using spears and bow and arrows to shoot nearby helicopters and boats. And as for how many people live on this island, it's estimated to be around 50 to 150 people.
So basically, the villains of the Forest game are the cultists, which are actually based off real-life Sentinel Islanders. This means if you go to this island, you can basically play this game in real life.
June 9th of 2023, there is a plane carrying 7 people, including a woman and her 4 children. Unfortunately though, shortly after its departure, the plane would crash, and the only ones that survived were the 4 children, all left alone.
Well, so basically, the children in real life that landed on this island are the same children in the Forest Roblox game. So if you want to play this game in real life, I guess you could go to the island. However, the people there are very violent, so you could get extremely hurt. There are many popular songs we listen to. However, many of these songs have dark meanings behind them. Today we will listen to these songs and find out their dark truth. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay safe. The first song we will talk about is Strong by 𝗵𝗿cie. I am sure a lot of you clouds are K-pop fans. However, this K-pop song is actually very dark.
Talk about Strong by 𝗵𝗿cie. You may know the pop girl group 𝗵𝗿cie. They have released 130 plus songs, but back on 2019, a song named Strong was released in 𝗵𝗿cie's Spotify account by an unknown hacker. The song talks about 𝗵𝗿cie from 𝗵𝗿cie getting pregnant by JYP and was forced to 4B0RT. 𝗵𝗿cie had anxiety because of the song, and that everything happened between Jihyo and Kang Daniel were fake, so they have to cover up the things that happened to 𝗵𝗿cie. Some people also say that if you listen to this song, you will get dizzy, feel nauseous, and sick, because it is believed to have black magic in it. It also makes people feel uncomfortable.
So basically, what happened is that one of the K-pop stars sadly lost her baby. This caused her stress levels to rise. All of her bad emotions were put into the song, which caused black magic to form in the song, which is super scary. I just listened to the song and now my stomach hurts. I'm not sure if it's from the song itself or the Taco Bell I had last night. While listening to this song, I noticed that it has weird background music. Some people say this was from a hacker, and that is what is actually causing the black magic. I recommend that all my clouds don't watch this song, just in case anything bad was to happen. The next song we will talk about is Timmy Turner. This song used to be huge in 2017, and it actually creeped me out so bad. Let's watch this video on it.
Scared thousands of people growing up.
Timmy Turner.
When Designer dropped Timmy Turner in 2016, nobody expected it to sound like this. The beat is slow, dark, and almost hypnotic. People online started noticing something weird. They said the song made them feel uneasy, even afraid. TikTok started popping up with comments like, "I was scared of this song for no reason," or "This song felt cursed as a kid." And the wildest part? That fear only got worse when people reversed the audio. When you play Timmy Turner backwards, it sounds even more off. His vocals twist into something demonic, like a warning or a cry for help. And maybe that's why it scared so many people. Not because of a jump scare, but because it felt cursed. Like something you weren't supposed to hear, especially late at night, especially alone, and especially in reverse. Also, people theorize that Timmy Turner isn't just the cartoon kid. It's a metaphor for Designer himself, wishing for fame and protection, no matter the cost.
This may not sound too creepy yet clouds, but once you hear it reversed, it all changes, so make sure you watch until the end. There is definitely something evil going on with this song. I have heard many songs in reverse, but none of them sound as creepy as this song. Ever since this person made this song, they have not really made any more music, meaning they might have gone missing. I just recommend to not listen to this song, especially at night. Everyone watching this video remembers how much fun kindergarten was. However, did you know, some of the songs we listened to back then were secretly horrifying? The song we will talk about helped teach children about their body parts. However, it has a super horrifying past, so make sure you watch until the end.
Let's talk about
𝗵𝗵cie𝗂𝗽𝗃.
So specifically 𝗵𝗵cie𝗂𝗽 is a song that kindergarten learn the body parts. And the children's doesn't know that there's a backstory behind that song. This is the story. So a woman is singing this song while chopping some victims of her. And while she's singing it, she has blood over her clothes, and the number of victims she got was 4.
Well, this actually far more creepier than I thought. The song in English goes like head, shoulders, knees, and toes, so I believe each body part represents a person. This song originated in the Philippines. 20% of my clouds are actually Filipino, so let me know in the comments if you have heard about this before. I'm not sure how true this is, but just to be safe, I wouldn't sing this song for a while. The next song we will talk about is I Know You Belong. This is a creepy song that I have actually used in my videos a couple times. However, the song's backstory is actually creepier than the song itself. Let's watch this video to find out its full dark past.
Hello everyone, today we're gonna talk about I Know You Belong. This song was made in the 1956. It was created by the Lennon sisters. This song was supposed to be about love stories, but then it gives creepy vibes to some people. Plot, it was made in the W2. But did you know, there's a backstory for this song? Well, some of the kids don't have parents, because their parents go to the war, or the kids are abandoned. So, these 4 girls got adopted, because their parents 𝗵𝗵𝗃 and the man who adopted them forced them to sing the song, while the man behind the camera is holding and the tallest girl right here was lip-syncing 𝗵𝗵cie𝗂𝗽𝗃. But the other 3 ran and survived, and then after that, they were adopted by other peoples. That's all the information I got from this song. That's all.
This is actually shocking. I never knew this was the truth. So because the girl at the top didn't sing, the creepy man decided to oof her. That is so evil. I am glad that the other 3 sisters were able to escape, though I hope that their new family was nice to them. This song should be safe to listen to, but after hearing this backstory, I'm not sure if you would want to listen. This next song is called Gloomy Sunday, and this song can actually affect your real-life body. So make sure to watch until the end to find out.
Let's talk about Gloomy Sunday. Gloomy Sunday is a popular song in 19s, but when many people heard it, something is happening like war and they're doing torture and then let me hear the song for you. Here it is.
To protect you all ears and not get this video copyright strike, I can't play the song, but it is basically a woman from the 70s singing, who kind of sounds like a Disney princess, except it feels a little creepy when she sings it, which is strange.
I have a feeling in this song, like I can't breath and I'm so dizzy. When I'm hearing it, like I can't. Now what is your feeling when we're hearing it?
This was one of the first songs that I listened to that actually affected me. After listening to the song for like 20 seconds, I began to get a headache, which kind of sucks, since I need to keep making this video. I was told that the lyrics of this song are actually very dark. Apparently in the song, she talks about her lover who sadly passed away. She then talks about being connected to him, even though he is gone. This sounds scary because she could be using powers from outside this world and putting it into the song. This song was also made during a bad time in the world, so maybe that's another reason it's so cursed. Clouds, I really think you shouldn't listen to this song, as bad things could really happen to you. This song is the one I actually find creepiest. That is because it is connected to so many scary things. So make sure to watch this all.
Let's talk about this song below is made by someone called 𝗵𝗵𝗃. The song is sort of creepy, as the first sound you hear some weird buzzing noise. If you don't want to hear it, skip to 025.
Well, this actually way more scary than I thought it would be. I feel like I have heard this before, but I didn't know it was a part of this song.
Or maybe it isn't a buzzing noise, but somebody speaking Russian, but reversed. I can't find the original, but in the next part, there is some loud noise. After that part, the nursery rhyme, Daisy Bell, is played, but it sounds cursive. I think the creator of the song is Russian, although this is not the only song that they made. I found the song on YouTube, but it isn't the original creator. Turn your volume down, it's going to be loud.
Give me your answer.
This song really creeped me out. However, we know that this is not the originally sound. Someone wanted to make the song creepier, so they did stuff like reverse it and make it sound glitchy. Regardless, I would still not play this song, as it's just too creepy, and I can promise it will give you nightmares. The last song we will talk about was actually very popular at one point. However, nobody knew how dark this song actually was.
Songs that have a dark lyrics. Part 1.
Polish cow.
Did anyone get scared when they heard Polish cow? Or just me? This girl made it so loud. It's like she wants our ears to explode.
Before we start, can you follow me on Roblox? Thanks. Polish Cow is a famous song from the country name Polish. It's a really famous song that has a dark lyrics, and people wonder what the English dub was. And when they saw the English dub, they gasped and got shocked because of how criminality it was. Here's the lyrics, including the song. Well, you see that. It's really crazy. Anyways, that's all.
So the person in this Polish cow video talks about some really bad stuff. He is saying things about drugs, which is very bad. Clouds. What is worse is that this song looks like it was made for kids, even though it says all these bad things. I heard that this song can make you feel dizzy because of the bad lyrics in it. So I recommend none of you listen to it. The next song we will talk about is The Big Bad Wolf. As innocent as the song's lyrics are, its music video is extremely disturbing. So let's watch this explanation.
Behind
The Big Bad Wolf music video.
this song is currently trending on this app at the moment. If you don't know what I'm talking about, here it is.
Go, the Big Bad Wolf.
People got curious and wanted to see the actual music video to the song, but after watching this video, it'll leave you feeling confused, disgusted, freaked out, and uncomfortable. Multiple sex scenes and sex harassment was introduced.
Guys, that's so disgusting. I can't believe they put that in a music video.
After watching this music video, I felt really uneasy, and I think it's safe to say I choose the bear and do not allow children to watch.
You all I saw lately watched the video while researching for this video, and I was completely disturbed. The things that happen in that music video are traumatizing, so please do not watch it. The next song a lot of you might have heard before, or maybe even enjoy, but it actually has the most disturbing lyrics ever.
Viral songs that have a dark lyrics. Part 1.
Polish cow.
Okay, Clouds. Why did they do that loud noise? It's like she wants to scare us.
Polish Cow is a famous song from the country name Polish. It's a really famous song that has a dark lyrics, and people wonder what the English dub was. And when they saw the English dub, they gasped and got shocked because of how criminality it was. Here's the lyrics, including the song. see that? It's really crazy. Anyways, that's all. Guys,
those are some pretty crazy lyrics. In these lyrics, the man is talking about escaping his country and taking medicine that is bad for you. As catchy as this song is, I would not listen to it because of how dark the lyrics are. I can't believe I used to sing this song and think it was all innocent. This next song is known to make you dizzy, nauseous, and sick. I also believe this song appears in K-pop Demon Hunters. I don't know about you all, but I would not listen to this song if I found out it did that.
Let's talk about Strong by Twice. You may know the pop girl group Twice. They have released 130 plus songs, but back on 2019, a song named Strong was released in Twice's Spotify account by an unknown hacker. The song talks about Mina from Twice getting pregnant by JYP and was forced to 4B0RT. Mina had anxiety because of the song, and that everything happened between Jihyo and Kang Daniel were fake, so they have to cover up the things that happened to Mina. Some people also say that if you listen to the song, you will get dizzy, feel nauseous, and sick, because it is believed to have black magic in it. It also makes people feel uncomfortable.
Guys, I didn't know this song had black magic in it. After hearing this, I probably won't be able to listen to any other song by Twice. It is just too risky. But I will let you all know that I tried listening to this song once recently, and after my stomach started to hurt. But that could have been the Taco Bell lol. Either way, I think you clouds might be able to listen to Twice and watch K-pop Demon Hunters, as long as you don't listen to the song called Strong. This next song I'm sure all of you have heard of before, and not only does it sound creepy, but its backstory is extremely weird as well.
This is the scariest song in the world, and here's why. Okay, so we all heard this song before, especially if you're into scary things and watch the Insidious movies.
I have heard this song like a million times, and every single time I hear it again, it creeps me out even more.
September 28th, 1996, Tiny Tim suffered a heart attack that was pretty miniature while performing at a music festival. And after this happened, his doctors advised him that he wasn't healthy enough to perform on stage anymore. However, Tiny Tim ignored the advice from his doctors and scheduled another concert at a women's club in Minnesota the next month. But right before his performance, he told his wife that he wasn't feeling that good. Nevertheless, Tiny Tim decided to go on stage anyway. And after performing the last song of the night, he suffered a major heart attack on stage and died in front of the crowd.
Oh my goodness, that is actually so disturbing. Imagine going to a concert and the singer dies right in front of your eyes. I would scream so loud.
And the song he was performing was Tiptoe Through the Tulips. This song was already terrifying, but it's 100 times more terrifying after knowing this. Now listen to it again after knowing this.
You can almost tell something was wrong with the way his eyes move when singing this song. I think you might be safe to listen to Tiny Tim, but it might be hard to after hearing his dark past. The next song we will talk about is I Know You Belong. I have actually used this song a couple times in my videos. However, its backstory is super dark, so make sure to watch until the end.
Hello everyone, today we're gonna talk about I Know You Belong. Well, before we start, can you follow my act in Roblox? Thank you so much. This song was made in the 1956. It was created by the Lennon sisters. This song was supposed to be about love stories, but then it gives creepy vibes to some people. Plot, it was made in the W2. But did you know, there's a backstory for this song? Well, some of the kids don't have parents, because their parents go to the war, or the kids are abandoned. So, these 4 girls got adopted, because their parents 𝗵𝗵cie, and the man who adopted them forced them to sing the song, while the man behind the camera is holding and the tallest girl right here was lip-syncing 𝗵cie𝗂𝗽. But the other 3 ran and survived, and then after that, they were adopted by other peoples. That's all the information I got.
Well, clouds, I never knew this was the truth, because the oldest girl decided not to sing. The creepy man decided to end her, which is so sad. I am glad that the other 3 sisters were able to escape, though this song should be safe to listen to, But now you know it has a sad backstory. This next song is very popular on TikTok. And until today I never knew how scary it really was. So watch until the end to find out its truth.
This is the scariest sound on TikTok. Okay, do you hear the sound playing in the video right now? This audio might be the scariest audio on TikTok, and I'm about to explain why. So this audio is actually made from a cat meowing, and the crazy thing is the cat died immediately after the audio was recorded. And I mean immediately after. And if you play this sound in ×2, you will actually hear a cat meowing. And the only thing the owner of the cat did was slow down the sound.
This is so horrifying. I have a cat, and I couldn't imagine doing anything bad to them. Comment down below if you love your pets.
This sound is also believed to be extremely cursed, with multiple people coming out saying after they listened to it, they felt chills over their body that entire day and heard creepy cat meows around their house. Some people also believe that death is connected to this sound, since the cat immediately died after making it. But as of yet, there has been no recorded deaths relating to this song. But if you don't believe me that this is a cat meowing, then put this sound in ×2 and get ready to be terrified.
Okay, Clouds, I don't think anyone will die from this song, but I do believe it can be cursed since it ended the cat. But we are gonna test out the theory and put it into X speed and see what happens. What is so strange to me is that I also heard a creepy person laughing. Let me know if you heard that as well. The last song we will talk about is said to be the creepiest song on earth, so you really won't want to miss this. It is hard to hear the lyrics of this song, but basically the backstory is that there was a doctor. He was treating a woman with a lot of burns on her body. However, all the doctors bullied her for her burnt skin and called her Hamburger Lady. The lady then ended all of the doctors' lives, which is so sad. I also heard that some bad stuff happens to the Hamburger Lady as well, so let's see what happens.
Her arms were cut off. Her legs were cut off. Her ears were cut off. Her tongue was cut off. Her nose was cut off. Her eyeballs were plucked out. Her eyebrows were then waxed. Her tongue was sliced open. Her hair was cut off.
So, it seems like a lot of bad stuff happened to the lady as well, which is sad because I don't think she really deserved it. She was just defending herself after the doctors made fun of her. I recommend not to listen to this song because its creepy sound and backstory. We all have a favorite toy we love to play with, but did you know that toy may be cursed? Today we will find out the truth behind these toys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay safe. The first toy we will talk about is the Labubu. I am 100% sure everyone watching this video has heard of these before. However, these toys are actually demonic. So let's watch a video about them.
If you have one of these in your home, be careful because these little dolls are going viral online and people are saying that it carries some serious demonic energy. Now, these are called Labubu dolls and they've been getting so popular that fans are waiting in line for hours just to get their hands on one. I mean, a fan tried giving one to Katy Perry during her concert and Katy Perry just knocked it out of her hand. That's how weird it is. And I'll show you that full clip in a second, but the creator said that it's inspired by Nordic mythology, but many are comparing it to Pazuzu, which is a Mesopotamian demon known for bringing chaos.
This is so terrifying. I never knew Labubus were based off demons. Keep watching to see what other dark stuff happens next.
And it sounds like that's what's happening because people are sharing their experience with this doll on social media, and some people are saying they feel like they're being watched, they're waking up with scratches, they're having terrifying nightmares, and one little girl was even caught on camera telling her mom that the eye color changed of the doll. Now, I don't know how believable all of that is, especially the physical stuff, but I do believe if you bring in some dark energy willingly into your home that it can mess with you spiritually.
Before seeing all of this, I used to watch the funny Labubu TikToks, but after this, I don't think I will watch the videos, and I most definitely won't buy any Labubus. The next toy we will talk about is a little old, but I am sure a lot of you have played with them before, so watch until the end to find out.
The most dangerous toys that were released to the public. Up first, we have clackers. Clackers were these balls you would smack together to create these really annoying noises. The acrylic balls would often crack or shatter into tiny shards that could then fly into your face and injure you.
This is pretty scary, because I heard a story that one of them shattered into a kid's eye, and they went blind, which is so sad.
Another toy was called the Easy Bake Oven, which was recalled not once but 2 times in 2007, after several children burned their fingers getting caught in the miniature appliances. One girl even had part of her finger amputated. The company has since released a new version with an electric heating element instead of a light bulb.
I have no clue why a company would make an oven for kids, since the kids are so young. Of course, they are gonna burn themselves with a whole oven. That is so silly. This company was made in 1968, meaning it is over 80 years old. I recommend you don't use their new ribbons, but if they are safe for kids, do it at your own risk. The next toy we will talk about is Little Miss No Name. This might sound like the cutest toy ever, but this thing is actually so disturbing. So watch until the end.
You ever wanted someone to take care of? Someone who needs lots of cuddling and affection? Someone you can give your love to? Well, that someone is Little Miss No Name. She's the doll who needs more loving care than any doll you've ever had. Look, she has a tear on her cheek. Little Miss No Name is sad because she doesn't have a pretty dress. She doesn't have any shoes. She doesn't even have a name. But she does have big brown eyes. Most of all, Little Miss No Name has a heart filled with love.
Is it just me, or did her eyes not look brown at all? If anything, they look pitch black, which is super creepy. I have also read this doll is possessed. However, I'm not sure how true this is. If you want to play with this creepy doll, you can, but I do not think I will. The next toy we will talk about is Barbie. I know that everyone watching this video loves Barbie. Even I do. However, recently, I did some digging on the dark web and found out Barbie is hiding some very dark secrets. So let's find out what these secrets are.
This is the most terrifying Barbie you'll ever see. It's called the Barbie Video Girl doll, but it is so much darker than you think. Barbie came out in 2010 with a video camera disguised in her necklace that would project the video onto her back. The Barbie could record up to 30 minutes of footage, but then people started hacking them. Thousands of Barbies across the US were allegedly compromised, leaving hackers to sell footage of children across the dark web. So the FBI shut them down and the Barbie is discontinued across the globe. But only a few years later, Hello Barbie was released, which can record all your conversations.
This is so insane to me. Releasing a Barbie that literally watches you is so disturbing. Like, imagine how many kids were getting spied on because they thought their Barbie doll was innocent. And now Barbie release a doll with a microphone, which is listening to everything you say. This is also pretty scary because someone could hear personal information of yours and track you down. I found another video of a Barbie doll, so let's see what happens.
And then there was the Rollerblade Barbie. The Rollerblade Barbie had a cigarette lighter-like device in her skates that would legitimately shoot out sparks when rolled on a flat surface. If this rolled over anything flammable, you had a massive problem.
Okay, who really thought this was a good idea? Like, why in the world would you put actual fire on Barbie, which is a kid's toy? I heard that a lot of kids burnt themselves or their houses down, which is so sad. You all can still play with Barbies. Just make sure it is not any of these versions. The next toy is so disturbing, but also super funny. It is basically a baby that you can make pregnant, which sounds super strange. Like, who even thinks of these toys?
Top 10 children's toys you should never buy. Part 3. Number 6. Baby's first baby. So, is this a crime scene here? It's a pregnant baby. The baby got pregnant. Alright, who did it? Decorated in a pink box, and the top says real pregnancy action. I mean, I bet. Apparently the baby's water actually breaks in this toy. But get this. Also a version with twins. And it looks like this.
That is actually so nasty. Pregnancy is a natural thing, but I do not think anyone would want their kid to go through it. With a doll, there is also more disturbing dolls. So watch until the end, clouds.
5. The breastfeeding doll. Yeah, I guess it is kind of smart because it teaches kids how to breastfeed, but the moms aren't happy with it because they think it's a creepy toy. For ages 3 and up, of course. The bib has a little heart sensor, and when the baby's face gets close to the heart sensor, it actually starts making a sound that, yeah, a sucking sound. It was on sale for Christmas one year, like it was pretty strong. And it's still available in the UK for £60. 3 and up though, I mean, all these toys. 4. You can shave the baby.
Yeah, do not think these toys should exist at all, especially not the last one. Most kids don't even know what any of these terms are, so I don't think I should explain it. As a lot of you may be too young, I recommend you don't buy any of these toys, as it may be too creepy. The next toy we will talk about is Hello Kitty. I am 100% sure that everyone watching this video has played with Hello Kitty before. However, this plushie has one of the darkest histories ever. Let's watch this scary video on it.
So Hello Kitty was a very popular Japanese cartoon cat. When we were young, loved to have Hello Kitty stuff, but you probably noticed that Hello Kitty has no myth, because it all started when a mom had a daughter. The daughter 𝗵 had 𝗵𝗵cie 𝗂𝗃, and the horrible thing was that the doctors couldn't do anything to heal her 𝗵𝗵cie 𝗂𝗃. The mom of the daughter decided to pray at different churches, but it didn't work. One day she made a promise with a demon. The demon said Faith will heal her daughter, but in one condition. She needed to make a character named Hello Kitty. Even though it was hard for the mom to think about a great character, she didn't give up. Some months later, the mom created the Hello Kitty character and she started selling it to kids. And if kids were playing with Hello Kitty, they didn't knew that there was one thing playing. They were already best friends with the Hello Kitty and praying to a demon.
Holy Roblox, this myth actually scared me a lot. I cannot believe this is where Hello Kitty came from. I always thought Hello Kitty was innocent, but apparently it is satanic. I was also able to find footage of people losing their lives to Hello Kitty, so let's watch the explanation behind this.
The apple. What?
Well, a lot of people requested this one, so we are going to talk about it, but viewer discretion is advised. This Hey Apple slideshow that I was tagged in, of course, does not have a happy ending. The first slide shows a young woman by the name of Fun, the second slide shows a young man by the name of Chan, and the third slide a Hello Kitty plush mermaid. This case is commonly referred to as the Hello Kitty case, and you'll see why shortly. Fun is the main victim seen in the photo behind me, and she ended up stealing a wallet that had approximately $500 worth of currency in it from this guy right here, Chan. Chan immediately noticed this and demanded his money back, which Fawn did do, but also added an extra amount of money on top of this. Chan then ended up taking Fawn against her will and storing her in his apartment that he shared with a couple other people for about a month. After about a month, Fawn ended up passing and they put her inside of the Hello Kitty mermaid plush. Now again, we can't go into too much detail here due to community guidelines, but if you do your own research outside, you'll see it is very disturbing.
Oh my goodness, Clouds. I feel so bad for this poor girl. Even though she did bad things like stealing money, what happened to her was unfair and evil. You guys, I recommend you do not play with Hello Kitty anymore, as it may cause you to do bad and creepy stuff, like the people in these videos. This next toy was extremely popular for young girls. Back in the 1990s, Baby 𝗵𝗵𝗃 was a doll that would creepily laugh, with her teeth wide open. A lot of people found this cute, but some people found it extremely scary.
Kids' toys that got banned. Baby 𝗵𝗵𝗃. So this doll came out in 1970. She was well known for laughing and the mouth of the doll is open showing her teeth. When the first commercial came out of the doll, it scared a lot of people. The commercial shows these two girls laughing at the doll. That's the whole commercial, everybody laughing. Well, this doll doesn't actually have a cute laugh. She sounds like 𝗵𝗵𝗃, but you have to hear her when her batteries are running down. She would also turn on when everybody was asleep. This is all I know. Stay safe out there.
I am making this video at 3:00 AM, and that just scared me so bad. The laugh that was coming from Baby 𝗵𝗵𝗃 did not sound like a girl at all. It sounded more like Chucky Clouds. I really recommend you stay as far as possible from this doll. Luckily, it is very old, so it is very rare to ever find one. The final creepy toy we will talk about is the Mexican magic mirror. This mirror has the power to speak and says really weird things to you, and this toy gets extremely disturbing, so make sure you watch until the end.
The creepiest kids toy to ever exist.
Mexican magic mirror.
So a man from Mexico received a toy mirror from his neighbor. The toy mirror was actually a gift for his niece's birthday. But the odd thing about the mirror was that it was able to talk. This specific mirror was entirely different from other mirrors with the exact same model. This mirror was able to answer your questions while others couldn't even speak. The mirror was saying weird stuff like, "I've seen you when I've woken up."
This would scare me so bad. If my mirror did this, I am instantly smashing it to pieces.
This creeped out the family so bad that they took out the batteries of the toy mirror. When the video was uploaded, people in the comments of that video were asking more questions about the toy. After the man saw the comments, he decided to make another video about the toy mirror.
Hola. Gracias, amigo. Me da gusto.
Eres muy divertido. ¿Tienes una fiesta?
No, no tengo fiesta. ¿Tú tienes?
No sé. Cuando me levanté, te vi a ti.
Ay, vas a chingar a tu madre.
There is a theory that the neighbor who originally owned the toy mirror put a camera or some sort of device inside the toy mirror before giving it away. Do you believe in this theory?
What the boba, that ending actually had me jumping. I believe that either someone is spying through the mirror, or it is haunted. There is no way the mirror could be using AI to make responses, as this mirror is very old, so it would have to be something like magic. I just found more apps that we love to use, but are secretly viruses. Today we will discover their truths. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay safe. The first app we will talk about is Chinese Play Store. This app is basically of the virus version of the normal Play Store. Let's watch a video about this.
Testing viruses, Diva. This one is a fake Play Store app. Let's press it. The photo is a heavily mutated man. I had to blur because of TikTok guidelines. Also, I could not close the app.
Holy flippers, that scared me so bad. Clouds. I never knew the Play Store in China was so scary. And what makes this even worse is that it looks just like the normal Play Store. So be very careful when downloading apps that look like this. The next virus app we will talk about is Police Status. This app sounds kind of innocent, but it is actually one of the most disturbing virus apps, so let's watch this video on it. Okay, is it just me, or does anybody else jump when they see that scary figure? Not only that, but why does this person have so many virus apps? I wouldn't be surprised if a hacker is stalking them right now. Clouds, I recommend to never touch this app. The next app we will talk about is
the Scissors app.
This app is a Japanese app that became lost media. However, it is one of the most disturbing things ever and can even hack you, so make sure to watch until the end.
Testing viruses part 99. This time Japanese
Now
virus?
press
Yes. Nothing. How about no? And I will lower the volume. Because it was too much. I hear the girl screaming. Let's delete now.
Holy Labubu, that scared me. As you can see, this game is basically just used to scare children. Since this is an old lost media app, I wonder if it was kid-friendly. I went on the dark web, and I just found out that it is based on old Japanese creepy characters, and one of them is the one we saw on the screen, which is crazy. I recommend none of you clouds download this. The next app many of you have not heard of before, but it is the scariest thing I have ever seen in my life, so make sure to watch until the end.
Testing Malware, Part 56. This time, 𝗵𝗿cie𝗂𝗽𝗪. This virus was kinda weird. Once I opened the app, that music started, and I wanted to see if it changed something. Nothing changed, just the music on background, also the weird Japanese text. Once the music stopped, I started to get these weird images. I tried to stop them, but they didn't stop appearing.
Holy flip-flop, if I saw this, I think I would poop my pants on the spot. For some reason, this is so terrifying to me. I decided to do more digging and search this app up on TikTok. That's when this other video popped up.
The real 𝗵𝗵cie𝗂𝗽.
My clouds, I would not get this app, it just seems too disturbing.
I found another scary video from the Google Play Store virus that is extremely creepy that I have to show you all.
Testing viruses, 𝗿ecie𝗋. This one is a fake Play Store app. Let's press. The photo is a heavily mutated man. I had to blur because of TikTok guidelines. Also, I could not close the app.
I would be careful when using the Play Store so this doesn't happen to you. The next app we will talk about is
evil TikTok.
I am sure many of you all love TikTok. However, this version of the app is very evil.
Testing shitty-ass viruses part 5. This one is fake TikTok light. It even had poor capitalization in the name. Let's try it. I'm tapping the screen and nothing is happening. I have my volume all the way up. So it just kicks me out like that. Okay, whatever, that's all for now.
This looks like another app that was made just to scare children. It also breaks your phone, which would make me so sad. Clouds, do not download this app either.
I am sure many of you all love 𝗵𝗏cie. However, some 𝗵𝗏cise apps are very evil, so watch until the end to find out the truth.
Testing viruses, day 27. This is a Chinese virus with a jump scare. Let's press it. This looks pretty innocent so far. Let's translate it. This is what it said. When I translated it, I'm not sure who 𝗵𝗏cie is. Let's click to start playing. Ow, my ears. I had to blur it. It's too fetish. Also, this popped up just then saying it will hack my number and send my contacts through messages. Okay, guys.
Holy flip-flop, this is terrifying. I couldn't imagine seeing that. I would probably cry. It also sends messages to all your contacts. So if it sends something bad to your mom, you could get grounded for life. Clouds, please do not download this virus. It is very bad. I am sure all of you love Minecraft, but can't play it because it cost money. However, there are a lot of virus Minecraft apps that try to hack kids. Let's take a look at this one.
Let's talk about
Minecraft Alpha 0.0.0.
Minecraft Alpha 0.0.0 is a popular creepypasta about a supposedly lost or corrupted version of Minecraft. This version is often called 𝗃cie Minecraft because it contains glitches, creepy sounds, and disturbing visuals. When you play it, the main background is not dirt, but bedrock. As you create your world, you will see an inverted cross made of bedrock. If you stay in the game for too long, a sign will appear that reads die, 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 die. You will also hear loud, distorted screams that are very disturbing. There is an entity sometimes called the glitch creature that can spawn and teleport anywhere. If you see it, it will disappear. If you stay in the game for too long, it will chase you. So stay safe.
This sounds so scary. Let's watch this video of someone testing out the app.
This game has a different language, so I can't read it. Try to create a world. I see the buttons are red when it is started, and some blocks are also red. Scary game, I think.
As you can tell, this app is just super scary and not like Minecraft, so Clouds, there is no point to even play it. This next virus is called
the evil clown virus.
And this virus will make you jump the most, so watch until the end.
Testing out viruses part 17. This time clown virus.
I had to end that clip early so your ears don't fall off. I really recommend not to download that app because it will literally explode your ears. Cookie Run is a very popular app, but did you know there are secret virus versions of it? Let's watch this video on it.
Testing malware part 51. This time Cookie Run a copy I found in Happy Mod. I had to lower up to the sound because it was too loud, and it still is for some reason. Guys, do not get things you see in apps like this. I couldn't really do much. I was trying to move my phone or remove the tabs, but my phone was really slow and I couldn't do anything. In real life, I couldn't lower the sound. At the end it terminated my phone. My phone was so hot, I felt like it was gonna explode. PLS never get things like this.
This was genuinely very disturbing. Imagine your phone exploding over what you thought was a Cookie Run app. As much as you clouds love Cookie Run, be very careful which apps you download. The next app we will talk about is
Blue Radio app.
Recently, I found even more disturbing info on this app, so you have to stick until the end to find out.
Hello guys, sorry for not posting, but my old phone got a virus that I couldn't delete, so this is my new one.
This person is a silly Billy. Why would they download more viruses on their new phone?
And today I'll be testing this Blue Radio app since y'all asked for it. Okay, so I'm in. It says Blue Radio. I guess I'll press the button. It's loading. I had to censor it because it showed my IP address. Let's exit the app. Oh, okay, so my phone is all blue now, I guess.
It may not look too dangerous, but this is the most dangerous app. Your IP address is your location, which means strangers can show up in your room at any moment, so stay very far away from this. A lot of use Spotify, but there is actually another version called 𝗿𝗿cie𝗂𝗽 which does bad things. Let's watch this video.
Testing viruses, day 25. This virus is called 𝗿𝗿cie𝗂𝗽. Let's press it. Suddenly this demon cult image popped up. It's in Russian. Let's translate. Let's try to listen. Then this popped up. It changed my wallpaper to it as well.
So it seems like this virus invites demons or something to your house as well as phones, which sounds very bad to me. I would never want something like this. This next app is a lost virus app called Zubie. However, it gets very crazy, so watch until the end.
Let's talk about Zubie. Zubie is a voice messaging app which allow you to record it at 30 seconds voice messaging with 3D animals, celebrity, and more. Also, it got popular and has lots of visitors of PPL, and the most well-known is Kylie Hank the bunny meme. She makes the Zubie bunny to say cuss word, like the F word and more. When everyone saw it, it got really popular, and it got more visitors. Everything is going good, until, on early April 1.2017 it got shut down. No one knows why. Maybe it might be the Kylie Hank Zubie bunny, and here is a video. Zubie bunny cussing of minions, tampons.
Is this a joke? Minion tampons? Minion tampons? Because yeah, you're having your period. You're bleeding against your will. So why not just shut up? I mean, what's next? Minion dildos? Why would anyone want to shove a minion into their...
All of these apps are so crazy, please don't download them, clouds. There are many popular Roblox players that we love. However, some of these Roblox players have disturbing past. Today we will find out their dark truth. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay safe. The first person we will talk about is No Username. This is a creepy hacker that is on Roblox. I don't know too much about him. This video will explain everything.
Let's talk about
No Username.
Back in 2017, a girl was bored and decided to play Roblox. She joined a game and was having fun until a player with no username joined. She was so confused. She wondered why the player had no name. The nameless player approached her and said, 𝗿𝗿cie𝗂𝗽. It was written backward, and when reversed it read, "You cannot escape." The girl screamed and tried to leave the game, but the leave button wouldn't work. The nameless player suddenly appeared with a knife and chased her. Weird noises started coming from the background. Then, everything was set on fire, and the nameless player managed to catch her. When the player had no name got her, the girl was kicked out of the game. After she was kicked out, she received a friend request from the nameless user. She accepted it, wanting to see what would happen. The nameless user started messaging her, "I'm coming for you." Then, everything on her account was all gone.
What the flippers, this is actually so sad. What doesn't make sense to me is why she accepted his friend request. Like, girl, he just said all that creepy stuff, and you still added him. Because of this, she solely lost all her Roblox items. I think this is real, so if you ever see anyone with no username, I recommend you leave as fast as you can. The next Roblox player we will talk about is innocent, but actually has a very sad past. So much crazy stuff happened to him, so make sure to watch until the end.
Let's talk about
Sad Kid 246.
Sad Kid 246 is a little boy that was playing the game called Neighbors, and a girl noticed that he was screaming because his parents was abusive. Later on, the girl started recording everything and it blew up on the internet. And people was talking about it, and they were scared that maybe the kid is gonna be dead after ... It was posted in 2021. In real life, the kid had many bruises and scars all over his body. And great news, the parents was arrested for child abuse 3. The kid is now okay, and people was happy. Thank God he was okay.
This story actually makes me pretty sad. Every time I hear it, I was able to find footage of the neighbor's incident. So let's watch it. These screams went on for another 2 minutes, which is so horrible. Later on, news reporters came to 𝗵cie𝗋𝗋's house, and this is what he looked like. As you can see, his face was swollen and even had cuts all over it. You can also see bruises on his shoulders. This means that this poor kid was actually being hurt by his parents, which is sad. I am glad to hear that he is safe now, and hopefully has a new happy family. This next Roblox player we will talk about is very disturbing. He is actually a robot that does some very bad things. This should help explain.
Let's talk about
Casper 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4.
You've probably seen videos about that, dead internet theory and Roblox creepy bots, right? Well, here's one bot spotted really strange. Casper 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 is a bot, not just a normal bot. He's been seen in games like 𝗵𝗵cie𝗂𝗽𝗋 and 2. What makes Casper different is that he's not just standing around and falling off the map like other bots. People say he can talk, and he says disturbing things to regular players. Players have actually seen him and recorded it. There are rumors that he's not just a bot, but actually a hacker. It seems like everyone's talking about this Casper bot. He's really hard to spot because there are so many other bots out there, but if you do see him, record it. And definitely don't try to interact with him. We don't know what he's capable of, so it's best to be safe.
I have never heard about this before. It's pretty scary. I checked this page, and this bot still plays Roblox every day, and clouds he might even join your game. So if you see him, please leave the game as soon as possible. The next person we will talk about is 𝗵𝗵cie𝗂𝗽. This Roblox player was a very big YouTuber who used to do evil things to people. However, some new things have happened to her, so make sure to watch until the end.
Let's talk about 𝗵𝗵cie𝗂𝗃. Lisa was a Bloxburg player. She would destroy people's houses. Here's a video of her destroying someone's house in Bloxburg. That house look lots of effort to build, and also means that Lisa takes cash and goes away. Lisa had also mad at him exposing videos of green logo cats 1, 2, 3. Now Lisa has also caused controversy on Twitter, as she lied about Simone stalking her with fake paper she wrote. Here's the pictures. What do you think about 𝗵𝗵cie𝗂𝗃?
Clouds, all this stuff is so terrible, but 𝗵𝗵cie𝗂𝗃 actually did far more worse stuff. Here in this screenshot she is saying very bad slurs and curse words to her fans. However, recently 𝗵𝗵cie𝗂𝗃 has disappeared. Some people said she died, However, I am not sure how true that is. If it is true, rest in peace. The next person we will talk about is Flamingo. I am sure everyone watching this video also watches Flamingo. However, Flamingo has a very dark past. He would talk about very kid-friendly stuff. He used to be known as Albert Stuff on this channel, and would make bad jokes. Here is a clip of Flamingo's old account.
Sorry to cut this date off short, but I really gotta go take a shit. I'll be right back. God damn it, where's the fucking bathroom? Okay, finally arrived to the bathroom. Okay. I gotta take a shit! Oh my god, good thing I got that over with. I hope Tom still wants to speak to me. Alright, Tom, let me draw how I feel now. Okay, Tom, this is how I feel after taking that massive shit that stretched my anus to the size of the Bermuda Triangle.
As you can see, Flamingo used to curse a lot, and the worst part was that he would never blur it out, so I had to blur it out myself. He would also make very mean jokes, which ended up traumatizing a lot of his viewers. The good thing is that Flamingo did end up apologizing for making these bad videos, and ended up taking down his old channel. So please don't send any hate to Flamingo. He is a good Roblox player and YouTuber. The last person we will talk about is
the Bun Bun hackers.
Many of you have heard of them as they were very popular. However, one day they disappeared. This video should explain everything.
Explaining hackers. Part 3.
Bun Bun Girls.
Bun Bun Girls were a popular group of hackers back in 2020, about 4 years ago. They were known for having tons of members, including innocent players who joined their group without realizing what they were getting into. They would spam Bun Bun Girls in Roblox chats, just to be annoying. They even hacked a YouTuber named 𝗵𝗿cie. But thankfully her YouTube account was okay. The Bun Bun Girls just kept growing and hacking innocent players until Roblox finally stepped in. The developers knew what happened and banned most of the group members, including their leader. The Bun Bun Girls didn't return in 2021 or 2022. Before they got banned, they said they were going to quit. Apparently, they knew they were going to get busted, so they jumped ship before things got too bad. Nobody knows what they're doing now. We might never know. Be safe.
Okay, you guys, this video said they quit, but I don't know how true that is. To be honest, I don't even know if they are real hackers. You guys, I think we should investigate a little bit more. One of my favorite YouTubers was actually able to interview the Bun Bun Girls. Her name is Real Roses Are Red. Let's see what she has to say about them.
Ragdoll engine and try to find some Bun Buns. Oh, this server looks like it has some Bun Buns already. Look at this. There's a bunny here. There's like, I don't know, this pink thing and this other pink thing. We're gonna have to look for a server that's not full. They're everywhere, guys. They're everywhere. I see them everywhere. Okay, I think this is a perfect server. I'm gonna try to join it. Hopefully I can get in. Okay, this girl is called Bun Girl. Si tu me fais tomber, je traverse le sol. Traverse le sol. She just said, if you make me fall, I will get to the ground or something like that. What? What the heck? These people are all talking in French. Apparently these Bun Girls are supposedly talking in French so that people don't understand or something like that. But I understand French. I speak French, so they won't be able to fool me. Hi, Bun Girl. Are you a hacker? Hi. Hello, Bun. Look, there's 2 of them now. Guys, these people can't do anything to you, really. They can't do anything. They're just... So
you all, what I got from this is that most of the Bun Bun hackers can't really hack, but some of them could. But you all, hacking wasn't the only bad thing the Bun Buns did. They also raided Roblox games. Roses also goes over this in her video. Let's watch this together.
Okay, this is promising. It says 174 people are in here. This is the Bun Bun meeting place where we will talk about who and where to raid. Okay, all this really is just raiding. It is not hacking or anything like that. OMG, hi Bun Bun. Fakes, fakes, fakes. Bacon, bacon, bacon. Bun, bun, bun. Bacon, bacon, bacon. Whoa, what is this over here? We start at 6 p.m. EST. It is 7 p.m. EST right now, by the way. So they've started, I guess, a whole hour ago. I hate Bun Buns hacking us. Bunny the rabbit. They aren't real hackers. Hack me if you are real. Exactly. Hack me if you are real. I have 1 million Robux. Hack me if you're real. Me? I'm not real. Yeah, because none of you are real. Because this ain't no real hacker group. I have not got hacked yet. Yeah, because nobody's getting any hacks. This is all fake. This is all just a scam. One big scam to fool everybody. You're so poor, you're actually poor. What?
As you can see, a bunch of Bun Buns gathered together in different Roblox games. Although they didn't do a lot of damage on Roblox, they did a lot of damage on YouTube. They were even able to hack one of the biggest YouTubers known as 𝗵𝗿. Some of you may even be fans of his. Let's watch how they did it.
Claimed to have hacked a Roblox YouTuber called 𝗵𝗿. Now let's watch the video. Hi everyone, it is us, the Bun Bun girls. It was us that hacked 𝗵𝗿. He was a bacon hair and one of the leaders of the bacon army. You all took us for a joke and thought we were fake. Well, guess what? We ain't. He was lucky to escape us, as it was many of us that were on his account at once. We managed to log into his email and Google Photos, and found embarrassing photos of him that we will share. If he doesn't tell his bacon army to stand down and surrender to us Bun Bun girls, as we are superior, he had two-factor authentication on and we breached through it as we should. For all of the bacon hairs, stand down immediately, or 𝗵𝗿 will get it. We have his house, phone, and other stuff that we will not be afraid to leak. Stand down now, or suffer the consequences, 𝗵𝗿. We are the Bun Bun girls and we are strong. We are the Bun Bun girls, sing along.
Okay, Clouds. This video showed us that some of the Bun Bun girls are real hackers. They were able to get into 𝗵𝗿's Roblox account and post a video. However, the Bun Bun girls disappeared in 2022 and haven't been seen since. Just in case you ever see the Bun Bun girls in your game, leave so you don't get hacked. There are many popular shows and movies we love to watch, but did you know that some of them are actually evil and can even hurt you? Today we will find out their dark truth. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay safe. The first show we will talk about is Hello Kitty. I am sure all of you Clouds have watched this before. However, this show is secretly very disturbing.
The dark story behind
Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty is a very popular Japanese cartoon character. You probably have noticed that Hello Kitty doesn't have a mouth. It all started with a mom whose daughter had mouth cancer. And the terrible thing was doctors weren't able to help save her. She went to various churches but it didn't help, so she decided to make a deal with a demon. The deal was to make a character called Hello Kitty in order for her daughter to live. Soon, the character was made and it blew up tremendously among children. Kids who owned a Hello Kitty doll or toy didn't know that they were playing with a demon.
So you are telling me this whole time that Hello Kitty was secretly a demon? That scares me so much. I am Christian, so if I knew this, I would have never played with her. I feel like, if the mom kept on trying to heal her daughter, she wouldn't have had to make a deal with a demon. Clouds, if this story is true, please stay away from Hello Kitty. The next show we will talk about is The Dancing Fox. You may have not heard of this before, but it is one of the most disturbing cartoons ever.
Let's talk about The Dancing Fox. BTWPLS support my Roblox account. Thank you. There was a man who wanted to make a kid's cartoon with a fox, but the problem was that he didn't have a fox. He went to the forest to search for a dead fox. After he found a dead fox, he started to rip the fox's skin off, and he took the fox's organs out. Stay safe.
This makes zero sense to me. Like, why did he have to grab a real fox and do all those bad things to it? Like, girl, you can literally just buy a furry costume for cheaper, and it would look cuter. I understand that fox costumes cost a lot of money, but if you don't have money, you can always get a job. I don't know, Clouds. I think this is very disgusting. I bet that the show itself is also disturbing, so I recommend you do not watch it.
Let's talk about Peppa Pig. So, we all know Peppa Pig is a fun show. We all watched, right? Well, there's a scarier side to Peppa Pig. On March 7th, 2025, someone named 𝗵𝗿cie𝗂𝗽 posted a video which showed Peppa Pig's house. Yep, we all know her house is yellow-colored house on a hill. Let me show you the video. We can see it being the exact same as it's on the hill. It's yellow, and we can't forget about the red brick roof. Now the creepy part is, do Peppa and her family really live there? Is that an abandoned house? Nobody really knows. But from the video, we saw it was in some area with a lot of sand and trees. It looks like an isolated area as well.
You are telling me that this whole time, we thought it was a cartoon, that it was actually a real place, with real pigs and clouds. This isn't the end of the story. Peppa Pig also has a secret sibling that no one knows about. In this photo, you can see that there is not one sibling. but 4 of them, they also appear to look super similar to Peppa Pig. Some people believe that they are clones of Peppa Pig, and when Peppa gets in trouble, her parents get rid of her and replace her. That way more episodes can be made. This makes sense to me because in the show, we never see Papa Pig and Mommy Pig open up the basement, because that's where they hide the clones. I think this show is safe to watch, but it does have a creepy backstory. The next show we will talk about is
Picochan.
I don't know much about her, but for some reason she kind of scares me.
Let's talk about
Picochan.
So Differently Picochan is a cartoon that is for kids. And it's famous. It is a candy that is from Japan. But it has a dark story. That her and her mom and her brother is poor. So they don't have a food to eat. And the mom has an idea. Her mom broke her arm and let them eat the mom's arm. And Picochan started eating her mom's arm. And Picochan killed her mom and ate her. And when you search Picochan, you see the tunge is out zip because she is looking at her mom's blood.
That was darker than I thought it would be. I can't believe she ate her own mom. There is no excuse for doing something so evil. Like that, I really hope her brother is okay. Like and subscribe if you love your mom and siblings. The next show we will talk about is The Loud House. Clouds, I used to love this show. However, I recently found out there were a lot of dark episodes. So let's take a look at some.
I'm just so hungry. I need something. Please. Wait. Finally, I can eat. No. No. Please. It's been weeks. I just need something to eat.
This is already so creepy, but keep on watching, it gets even creepier.
Okay, kids, we're home. Where is everybody? Jesus Christ, what's that smell? Rita, hit the lights. Rita, something's not right here. Where's the flashlight? Give me a second. Oh my God! Good heavens, what's going on in here? Lola? Lincoln? Stay back! Lincoln, no! 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 Rita, run, bitch! Ah! 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 Get off me, you piece of shit!
This episode was very crazy, so it seems like Lincoln's parents were only giving food to the girls, and not the boys. This made Lincoln very hungry, so whenever he left the house he ate his siblings, which is so sad, to be honest. I think the parents should have just fed Lincoln. That way none of this happened. After seeing this episode, I would recommend you all to be careful what episodes you watch and make sure they are safe. Squid Game is a show that all of us love, but did you know that the Squid Games actually happened in real life? This video really shocked me, so make sure you watch until the end.
Did you know that these were the real-life Squid Games? Back in 1980, Brothers Home was a notorious facility located in Busan, South Korea. It evolved into a so-called social welfare institution by the early 1970s. However, it became infamous for its role in the systematic detention of the homeless, mentally ill, and other marginalized individuals during a period of political repression in South Korea. The facility was essentially a concentration camp disguised as a welfare center. It was part of a broader government initiative aimed at cleaning the streets of perceived social outcasts, particularly as South Korea prepared to host international events like the 1986 Asian Games and the 1988 Summer Olympics. Reports indicate that around 38,000 people were forcibly taken off the streets and confined within Brothers Home, where they faced harsh conditions and abuse. The people held in these concentration camps were forced to perform certain activities that required physical exertion, and if they did not comply, they were severely punished. In summary, Brothers Home serves as a stark reminder of the darker chapters in South Korea's history, reflecting the struggles of social outcasts and the state's oppressive measures during a tumultuous period. This act inspired the Squid Game series, reflecting many aesthetic and real-life similarities.
So basically, Squid Game saw these real-life Korean games and made it a show. However, Squid Game is much more disturbing. So I'm sure many of you play the Roblox games, but don't watch the actual show. I recommend you do not watch the show until you are much older. Clouds. While looking for more creepy apps, I came across a Peppa Pig lost episode, and this is actually one of the most disturbing things I have ever seen. Let's watch a little of it right away.
Hey George, wake up! Let's play outside! George!
It seems that Peppa forgot that this George is not real. He's just a doll made for her not to feel alone.
This is already so creepy. And in this episode, it seems like George is dead or doesn't exist. And Peppa Pig is talking to an imaginary George.
But it's not working. At least her family is downstairs, and Peppa goes there to talk to them.
Daddy, what are you doing? Daddy, please talk to me.
Holy God, Peppa. You are very boring. Go play outside with George, and leave me alone.
I feel so bad for Peppa. Like, why is the dad reading bad stuff in front of her? And everyone seems to be ignoring her. She just wants friends.
Daddy Pig doesn't want to be disturbed when reading his magazine. He was just thinking about...
Sorry to bother you, Daddy. I'll talk to George and Mommy.
In this clip, we can see that the whole Peppa Pig house is so much dirtier than it usually is. I think that this episode was showing another universe, where Peppa Pig lives in a very bad house, with a bad family. If you want to watch the rest of the episode, it is on TikTok, but it is very disturbing. We have all seen popular trends on TikTok, but did you know, some of these trends are actually disturbing? Today we will find out their dark truth. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay safe. The first trend we will talk about is the hot water trend. This gets dark, so watch until the end.
Trends that shouldn't have been trends. PD6. The hot water trend. The hot water trend was a trend that started in the late 2016 to 2018. People would boil water until it was burning hot and then pour it in a glass. Then they would pour little bits of salt in it. After stirring, they drank it, but through a straw. As you may know, boiling water on your skin means second-degree burns or even worse. But down your throat can lead to vocal damage and bad burns in your throat, maybe even death. Well, that's what happened to this young girl right here. Guys, please be careful when doing internet challenges. Or just don't do it at all. Thanks for watching.
So basically, the hot water trend was a trend where you drink hot water that had just came off the stove or from the microwave. Some people would also add insult. That way it can go more viral. Although this trend started off small, it grew super fast. Because of this, many people died, which is super sad. Eventually, it stopped after this trend reached the news, which is good. But clouds, please don't try this trend. It is super dangerous. The next trend we will talk about is the knuckle trend. As innocent as this sounds, it is actually disturbing, so you won't want to miss this.
Dark story behind
The bloody knuckle trend.
The bloody knuckle trend was a thing back in 2018 to 2021. To do this trend, you had to have a coin and a friend with you. Your friend would then ball their hands into a fist and lay it on a table. And then with all your strength you flick the coin against your friend's knuckles until they begin to bleed. People ended up being hospitalized or having really sore knuckles for extended periods. If you're smart enough, you would know not to attempt this kind of trend or challenge. It is not worth it.
This trend is so silly and dangerous. I do not understand why someone would ever do this. However, I found a video of someone doing it, so let's watch this. So for this trend, all you need is 2 people and a coin, which makes it very easy to do. However, I still don't get why people do this, since it hurts you so bad, but I recommend none of you clouds to ever try this. The next trend is called the Blackout trend, and some people say this may the worst trend to exist. So let's find out.
The most dangerous trend. The Blackout challenge. It's where you hold your breath or have somebody choke you out until you literally black out, which would often result in heart attacks, brain damage, or even death.
So basically, you hold your breath, or someone chokes you until you pass out. I do not understand why anybody would ever participate in these trends, as all of them just seem so harmful. I don't even think my paralyzed pet hamster would do something this silly. Never choke any of your friends, family members, or yourself for a trend, as you may get in trouble with the police. The next trend is the
lip balm trend. Trends that should have never been trends part 2. The lip balm trend. I don't know when this trend started, but I can tell you how the lip balm trend works. The trend starts when someone grabs a lip balm and applies it daily. Note that they apply the lip balm until it runs out. So when the lip balm runs out, the person who applied the lip balm daily ends themselves. If you want to do this trend, do it at your own risk. Please stay safe, you guys.
This trend is so messed up. So basically, someone uses the lip balm until it runs out. And when it does run out, they basically end everything. This almost makes me cry. I also am mad at the creator of this TikTok, as they told their fans to do it at their own risk. But nobody should do this at all. If you are doing this for any of your family I would tell them to stop right now, as it is not good. The next trend we will talk about is the timer trend. This is similar to the lip balm trend, but much more disturbing. Let's see what happens.
Trends that should have never been trends PD5. The timer challenge. This one consists on people putting a timer of 24 hours. When the timer was over, people would 𝗵𝗿 themselves. Some people would fake it for likes or attention. Thank you so much for 4,000 and stay safe.
So basically, people would put on a timer for 24 hours or less. Then, they would wait to see if anybody reaches out for help. If the timer goes off, they would end themselves. Even though most of the people that made TikToks about this were lying, this trend is still sad, because some real people did actually lose their lives. Just like the lip balm trend. If you feel like doing something bad like this, let your parents know, that way they can help you. This next trend is called
the penny trend.
The worst trends to ever exist. Part 1. The penny challenge. What people would do was put a penny between a phone charger that was plugged in halfway. When people did this, they expected a little shock, but bigger things happened for some people. People caused houses to catch on fire and caused fires in schools.
To be honest, as crazy as this trend is, I can understand why someone would do it. Sometimes I haven't wanted to put stuff in the outlets to see what would happen, but I had to stop myself. Lol. And it seems like nothing too bad would happen, because it's just a penny, right? But that's the complete opposite. Because of this trend, some people's houses burnt down, and much more catastrophic things. As much as you may want to, please don't put anything in outlets. The next challenge is known as the Skullbreaker challenge, and by the name, you can already tell this is gonna be pretty bad.
Another dangerous trend is the Skullbreaker challenge. For this challenge, 3 people would have to participate. The middle person's objective was to jump as high as they can, while the other 2 people kick both legs of the middle person. This would make the jumper fly back really fast, causing head injuries, back injuries, and more. Many people were sent to the hospital due to this trend, and it is said that a guy from Sweden got paralyzed from doing this trend. The person in the middle would be tricked into jumping for a photo, so the middle person never agreed to be kicked and face injuries. Don't ever attempt these challenges.
This trend is actually so sad, because it is your own friends doing this to you. Imagine your own friends tricking you, and then you end up being paralyzed. That would be so sad, because you would not be able to move for the rest of your life. This is one of the worst trends we went over today. Please don't ever do this.
Trends that shouldn't have been trends. PD5, the Tide Pod trend. The Tide Pod trend was a very dangerous trend. Most of the victims of this trend was children under 9 or less. A Tide Pod was a little pack that had cleaning chemicals in them, and seeing videos of others eating the pods Kids would too. This took place in 2017 to 2019 in December. It was so sad how a little pod could most likely end your whole life. In somewhat 2018 it made its way to the news. The news warned parents and their kids about eating Tide Pods. Once the Tide Pod made it to your throat, it would clog your vocal cords and stop your breathing. This ended in late 2019. They were taken off the market until 2020. The trend was then forgotten. Thanks for
Clouds. She said that this trend was forgotten, but I remember trend perfectly. I remember all the kids at school were talking about it, and some of them even did it. A lot of kids ended up sick, and someone lost their lives. As edible as Tide Pods looks, I recommend not to eat them as they obviously hurt you. The next challenge we will talk about is the Benadryl challenge. This is a type of medicine you take. However, people on TikTok started to do the wrong thing with it.
Trends that should have never been trends. PT11, the Benadryl challenge. This challenge emerged in 2020. It would include Benadryl, a medicine used to treat allergies. In this challenge, the participant would deliberately consume higher than the recommended doses of the medicine. Too much of it can cause hypothermia, organ damage, a coma, or even death. Several have been hospitalized. And 15-year-old Phillips, an Oklahoma teen, passed away from an overdose after attempting to take part.
This is so insane. I am starting to wonder who starts these challenges, and why did they start them, as they are all so evil. So basically with this challenge, you simply take a bunch of Benadryl. However, that is very bad for you. I hope that none of you do these, as they are all harmful. The final challenge we will talk about is the Blue Whale challenge. This is actually the creepiest challenge of them. Also, please make sure to watch until the end.
Trends that should have never been trends. PT2, the Blue Whale Challenge. This game originated in Russia 2016. How it worked was a stranger with this PFP. A man disturbingly dressed up as Goofy would message you asking if you want to play a game.
Did you, Clouds, see that man's face? It is so creepy. I actually remember seeing this trend. Now that I see his face, it used to terrify me so bad. Out of every creepy myth I have gone over, this one is the worst by far.
If you said yes, the stranger would give you a series of challenges. Harmless at first, but then they would ask you to hurt yourself. Eventually, they would ask you to end your life. And if you refused, they would find where you live and do it themselves.
Oh my goodness, this sounds awful. And Clouds, you may think it ends here, but this gets much worse. People on TikTok actually decided to make this a huge trend, where everyone changed their profile pictures to this creepy man and text to people, "Want to play a game?" After they got the victim to play a game, they would play this creepy video, and at the end of the video, the creepy TikTokers would start to look for them. This is probably the creepiest thing I have ever seen in my life, and the things that these people were doing is awful. Like, why would you ask all these terrible questions to kids? That is so disturbing. I hope this trend never comes back. Don't forget to like and subscribe by my winters.